Today we're doing a $250 gaming PC build. All the parts are going to be purchased from Amazon.com, so if you guys want to replicate this build, it should be really easy to. Now, my last build, I believe, was $300. I was trying to figure out a way to cut the budget even more. So we got rid of the 1030 graphics card, and I kind of chose a couple different components to try to get you the same, or if not better, performance. So what I did was, this time around, I went with the Ryzen 2200G CPU. Now, what's kind of cool about this is we have the integrated Vega graphics, which my last build didn't have. And I was actually reading up on some benchmarks. Supposedly, you can get the same performance that you would get with a 1030 with this, or very close to it. So we'll run some benchmarks, do some comparisons, and see if that's true. For my RAM, I went with two 4GB sticks instead of the one 8GB stick. And the reason I did that was because with two sticks of memory, you can run in dual channel mode, which will make your system perform faster. Got one of the cheaper cases I could find. I think this one was an Amazon warehouse deal, so I got it a couple dollars cheaper, but it looks like it's in really good shape. I don't see any marks on it anywhere. And it actually looks like it has this like brushed fake aluminum front to it, so that's kind of cool. For the storage, I got a cheap 128GB SSD. Now, if you can afford to go over the budget slightly, I would definitely get a bigger solid state drive. And then this is a Captain series power supply. This was like $22. And then we have the same motherboard we used in the last build. So if you guys want to replicate this build, just go down to the description. I'll have a link to all the items I used. A lot of these items should still be in stock, but for whatever reason, if they're sold out, just message me. And I should be able to find something in a comparable price range to these items. I tried to find stuff that was somewhat available. I didn't want to like pick one item that was kind of rare, and then I post the video and it's not available. Now, onto the build. To make a long story short, you don't want to use the screws marked for the hard drive when installing it to the bottom of the solid state drive like you saw in the video. For whatever reason, they're not threaded correctly, and it actually started to push the enclosure of the SSD apart. So if you use the motherboard screws, they'll work fine, but for whatever reason, the screws actually marked hard drive in the user manual aren't correct for mounting it the way that they show you in the manual. So I would actually put those screws marked hard drive to the side and just proceed with the motherboard screws for the solid state drive. Now I wanted to make a quick note here. I originally planned on overclocking the integrated graphics along with the RAM, but after a lot of research, this motherboard doesn't support overclocking of the onboard graphics or the CPU. Even though you see those options, it won't apply. So after spending hours trying to overclock everything else, it wouldn't work. So in this video, I'm showing you how to overclock the RAM, which you are able to access in the BIOS settings. So you should be able to reach the same overclock that I did here in this video. If you can't, just back down from my settings a little bit. But I was able to get a significant increase in some games by just applying this overclock. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try to do some more in-depth videos kind of showcasing some higher end builds next. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.